Today our factoring will focus on trinomials. So you're looking for three terms, and you'll notice our trinomials are going to be in the form of ax squared plus bx plus c. You'll also see that form in our little note section here. We'll be following these step-by-step instructions, and our method today is called the guess and check method. So in guess and check, the first step here says to look at the factors of the ax squared for the first term in each of our binomials. So we are going to look at, again, factors of ax squared. And remember, if you don't see a number in front of the x squared, it's a 1. So for these factors, for 1, it's just 1 times 1. Notice in step 2, it says use factors of c for the last term in each binomial. So we are going to look at the end here. And in our first example, that's 54. So I'm going to need the factors of 54. And I'll just start with 1 times 54 and go down the list. I have 2 times 27, or 3 times 18, and finally 6 times 9. So this is where I'm going to set up my two binomials. I'll put a plus to separate the two spots. So remember, our steps said to use factors of ax squared in the first spot in each binomial. And since I only have one x squared, I'm going to use 1x in the first spot of each binomial. All right, here's where that guessing comes into play because we have a bunch of factors for C, and I can only try one pair at a time. So kind of go down the list. It truly is a guess and check. So pick one to start. And let's say, let's say 3 and 18 is kind of standing out to me right now. So I'm going to try this pair right here. So I will put the 3 and the 18 in the second spot for each binomial. And here's where that third step comes in. It says check by multiplying the inside and outside terms. And I do like this visual down here reminding us about our polynomials when we multiply, whether you're doing the double distribute or the box method. We're going to check these inside and outside terms. Okay, I'm already confident that the first terms, 1x and 1x, would get the 1x squared. And I'm confident that the last terms, the 3 and the 18, would give me 54. But it's the insides and outsides that I'm not sure, and I want those to add up to this 15x. So let me check the inner products. So 3 times 1x is 3x. And the outer 1x times 18 is 18x. So for my check, 3x and 18x will give me 21x. But oops, we wanted 15x. That's in the middle of the problem. Remember, we want it to add up to the bx. That's that middle term here. So back to the drawing board. I'm going to pull out the eraser here. Okay. I'm going to keep the 1x that I have in blue because I don't have any other options. It's really the pair in green that I need to kind of alter my method. And we said the 3 and the 18 did not work, so let me try something else. Let's go with that 6 and 9 is jumping out at me. So let's give that a try. So I'm going to put the 6 and the 9 in the second spot of my answer. And I'm going to multiply the insides. That's 6 times 1x, or 6x. And 1x times 9 is 9x. So here's my check. 6x plus 9x is 15x. And guess what? That is what we want. Remember, back in the middle of our trinomial is the 15x. So hooray, this works. So my final answer is the 1x plus 6 and 1x plus 9. You could also write that without the 1. An x plus 6 and x plus 9 would also work. So to quickly recap, we found the factors of a, that was our first term, and used those in the first part of our binomial. We found the factors of c, that was our last term, and used those in the second half of our binomial. Now we needed to check the inner and outer products to see if it would add up to the middle term, and when we found the right pair, we had our final answer. Let's check out example 2. Okay, here we go. Example 2, we have 1m squared minus 8m plus 7. And we are going to start with the first step. Remember, factors of that a, x squared. So we're looking at the coefficient in front of x squared. In this case, it's just a 1. So I'm going to use 1 times 1. And then I'll look at our second step using factors of c. So that's the end of our trinomial here. And that's positive 7. So I'm looking or thinking of 1 times 7 for my factors of c. So now that I've got my factors, I am ready to move to my binomials, and I'm going to set that up using the factors of a in the first spot. So that was my 1 times 1. So I'm going to use 1m and 1m. Now factors of c for the second spot, and this one, I also just have one option of 1 and 7. Right, super short and sweet. I think we got it. Let's do the check. Remember, it's called guess and check. We better be checking, right? So we're going to multiply the inside and outside terms. Here we go. Inside 1 times 1m is 1m. And on the outside, 1m times 7 is 7m. So here is our check. 1m plus 7m is 8m. All right, what did we want in the middle here? Oh, we wanted a negative 8m. So this is close, right? So close, but it's not the same sign. So when that happens, let's try to use an opposite sign. So for our factors of c, we used 1 and 7, but we could also consider negative 1 times negative 7. So using two negatives might be a good option. Okay, so let's try another set of binomials. So this will be guess and check, take 2. I'm still going to use that 1m in the first spot. But instead of the positive 1 and positive 7, I'm going to use negative 1 and negative 7 in that second spot. And now I'm going to do my little check here. So this time on the insides, I have a negative 1m. And on the outside, I'm going to have negative 7m. So when we check, negative 1m added with negative 7m gives us that negative 8m that we were looking for. So this one is a good example to note that when you're listing your factors for a positive number, typically we will use the two positive numbers, but consider the fact that you may want to use two negative numbers. So in this case, our final answer had the 1m plus a negative 1 and the 1m plus a negative 7. Because we are using negative factors of c, you could also write your answer instead of m plus a negative 1. You could write it as m minus 1 and m minus 7, as I have at the bottom of the screen. Okay, I have one more example here, so let's take a look at the final trinomial example. All right, example 3 has 1y squared plus 1y minus 12. And we'll start off the same way we started the other two examples, looking at factors of ax squared. So that's that first term. And again, we have just 1y squared, so I'm going to split that up using 1 times 1. And then I'll hop over to look at the factors of C. So again, that's that last term. And in this case, it's a negative 12. And I'm going to consider the negative when I think about my factors. So when I start thinking about factors of 12, and I think about, say, 1 times 12, well, remember, if it's a negative number, you're going to need to have one negative factor. So maybe I have 1 times negative 12. But I could also have 1 times a positive 12. And I can keep going. Instead of 2 times 6, maybe 2 times negative 6. Remember making one of those negative. Or the other one, maybe 2 is negative and 6 is positive. And if I keep going down the list, I can use 3 and negative 4, or maybe the 3 is negative and the 4 is positive. So lots of options here with my negative 12. So this might really be a guess and check here. So let's set up our template. And we're going to use the factors of the 1y squared in the first spot. So that's going to be 1y and 1y. And here's where we're going to look at our factors of 12. Now you can start to be strategic the more you practice and start thinking about what number pairs are going to add. Remember, on our check part, we're looking at adding to the middle, the 1y. Okay, so start thinking about some of the factors, like would a 1 and a negative 12, would using those numbers help, would those add to 1y? And that's not the case. Even going down the list, something like 2 and negative 6, think about if I were to add those factors, they would not add to 1y. Something like 3 and negative 4, now we're getting close, but that would add to negative 1y, and we want to add to positive 1y. So I think the option we want is actually going to be this last one on our list, the negative 3 and 4. So let's go ahead and pencil in those numbers, the negative 3 and 4. Now remember, that's just our guess. We always want to do that check, right? So we're going to check the inside product. So negative 3 times 1y is negative 3y. And the outside product, 1y times 4 is 4y. So here's my check. If I add together the negative 3y and 4y, I do in fact get the 1y. That's what we wanted to add up to. So that was our final step, just kind of checking because it needs to add to that middle bx, or in this case our middle term was that 1y. We got it. So your final answer could include the 1y plus a negative 3, or maybe you're going to just use the y minus 3. That works. And same thing, maybe y plus 4. You can drop the 1 in front of the y if you'd like. Either answer is acceptable. And there you go. You have factored your trinomials. Nice job today.